Hello YouTubers, Draws here, and I'm continuing my Dwarf Fortress game here. Let's just load it up. Now, last time we ended and we didn't quite have the depot accessible, so that's something I want to check on here. I'll hit Shift D, check, still not accessible, but of course, I mean, that's the way we finished. Escape out of here. Another thing that had happened just at the end is our one horse had died of starvation, basically. So I forgot to put him in a pasture. The other horse is now in a large pasture, and hopefully that will let him eat grass and not starve. He does indicate that he is hungry. Well, that's status. But yes, if I go into wounds, it shows starving. I'm really hoping that being in a pasture will allow him to eat. Actually, you can see here that the manager, I actually have to use V. He is currently hauling the other horse's corpse into the graveyard. I was kind of hoping that it would be butchered for food. Maybe that would still happen. Other than that, I do want to finish the dining hall here, put in 6 more chairs. They should be built by now. And I was making a larger room for furniture storage, and another one that I was going to turn into a hospital now that we have a surgeon. After that gets done, I hope to go down a bunch of levels here and begin making some rooms for the individual dwarfs. And of course, traders will show up, and if I do get the depot stuff sorted, we'll have to deal with trading. It may not entirely be a simple process. But let's unpause this and see how things go. So it looks like our miner is taking out the last trap. Yes, it was the traps. So you can see the depot is covered with blue Ds, which means it's accessible, and the wagon can access it. In fact, you can see the wagon can access most of the outdoor area, except where there's rocks. They can go down and up slopes. Let's see. Yes, they also, you can see where there's trees here. They can't get too close to the trees, but this place is mostly empty, so empty of trees, that is. So the next thing is, I just hope these traps get reinstalled relatively soon. We did have 3 thieves attempt to come in, and it looks like the traps are being installed. The one problem, you can see he's grabbing a cage now to put in the cage trap. Alright, looks like one trap is done. Thieves can circumvent traps. They can kind of sneak past them. Which, actually, we do have dogs. So it used to be you could build a animal training workshop. Not sure if that's still the case anymore. Let's go. Floodgate, wall grate, bars, kennels. Um... Let's build a kennels. I think that is what I'm looking for. It's a 5x5. Sure, let's build that out of granite. And last time I also played a little bit, or showed how to set up the activity zones. I'm gonna say animal training covering this. I don't know if that's needed as well. Oh, you can see here that there was grass here before, but now it's sandy clay loam. I believe that means the horse has eaten. Yep, he is eating the grass there, which tells me he's probably gonna survive. Yes, he's now hungry instead of starving. So the kennels were built, which means I do have a dwarf with training skill. Let's queue. Now, I believe you used to be able to say here, train a war dog or train a hunting dog. Not entirely sure how to do that now, but let's animals. Oh, you can do it right from here. So I'm going to pick one of these dogs, and I'm going to say war training. And yes, I don't care who the trainer is. I'm sure if I had a larger population of dwarves, we'd have different trainers of different skill. But if you train a war dog, you can then use a rope or something to fix the dog to a location, and the dogs will actually be able to detect. Oh, alrighty. They'll be able to detect thieves and such. So let's do that. I'm going to build not a weapon rack. There was a restraint, and it's the bottom one. V needs chain. I thought you could do it with rope, which I thought I had. Let's stocks. Seeds, quivers, handles, doors, beds. Oh, you can see I have 0 chains here. Cages, boxes, bags, bins, buckets, toys. Not seeing a separate entry for ropes, so they might appear under chains, which means I don't have any. I did play a little test fortress before I started this series, and I use a different embark profile that came with a few ropes. So I'm gonna have to make some. But I guess I'll leave that. How are we doing down here? Okay, this is nice. I'm going to make this whole area here furniture storage. And it looks like the area I want to be the hospital is done as well. So as the manager, I need to order some stuff. The hospital, it's going to need some beds. Type bed. I'm going to say 8. And we would also like to have some traction benches here. A traction bench, well, it's a bed with some mechanisms, and if you break a bone, it keeps your arm or leg or broken appendage fixed in place so it can heal. I'm gonna order 3 of them. They're made out of beds and some mechanisms, so we should have 5 normal beds and some traction benches. Then we need some cabinets to store stuff in. And because I'm going to be using some of them later, I'm going to order 20. We also need some chests, which are actually called coffers. I'm also going to order 20. Gonna need some doors. Might as well order 20 while we're ordering 20 of everything else. 'Cause I'm also going to be making the bedrooms soon. The happiness of the doors are actually greatly affected by the room that they have. You can make them pretty small if you make them nice and engrave. I mean, I think you can get away with a 3x1 if the walls and floor is engraved, but I wouldn't want to stay there. So I'm going to make all the rooms 3x3. I'm going to put a bed, cabinet, a coffer. They need a door. You don't really need a table and chair, although you could do that and then have their bedroom double as a personal dining hall. But I'm not going to be doing that. But so I'm going to order some more beds, actually. And I'm going to say 15. So, that's everything, I think, for now. So I'm going to actually let the dwarfs get to that for a bit. Oh! Looks like they moved a whole bunch of chairs down here. Some kittens. Cancel butcher. Apparently the horse has already been determined to not be butcherable. Let's build those chairs here. That should have the chairs match the table color, at least over there. Oh, you know, that's what I was gonna do. It wasn't just gonna be for the furniture. Alright, I'll let them, you know, while I'm... let them dig that out, and then I'll say what I was thinking and implement it. We need chains for the traction bench. Okay, that will be problematic.
No.
Yeah, alright. I'll cancel it for now. Remove traction bench. Alright, here's... I'm seeing some... well... oh, no, he is working. Alright. I was concerned that the craft dwarf was doing other things instead of actually working, but there are no rocks nearby, so he has to go and run and get some rocks. And that's something I want to correct as soon as this area is dug out. I got a few... ooh. Are we out of logs already? Oh yes, that whole area is... Alright, so let's come up here. You see it's autumn, some of the wood is already turning colors. I'm going to designate that trees are chopped. And I'm gonna specify this area. It's not too many trees. I'm also gonna... looks like a few different plants over here that so I'm gonna specify gathering plants as well. Not sure. Yeah, we still don't have seeds that we can plant outside.
Why do you think I can do this?
Yeah, that I did cancel the orders, but the mechanics workshop is where you can make a traction bed. The orders had already gone out, if you will. More kittens. Now, cats are useful, but they breed rather quickly, seemingly at least. So you can wind up overrun with cats after a few years. Yeah, okay, since we're almost done here, last time I had made this originally I had made this be a stone stockpile, but that includes all stone, including magnetite, which now completely covers this. Now, magnetite is a iron ore, and you can smelt it down into iron, But I don't want it here because here is our mason shop and our mechanic shop and our craft door shop, all shops that need normal stone to make things out of. So I did go and adjust this stockpile settings by clicking P, being over the stockpile, and then actually no, using Q and being over the stockpile. You can then hit S for change settings. You see if I come down to stone, I turned off metal ores, economic stones, which are things like coal, which are used for furnaces, limestone, dolomite, chalk and marble, which are all used in producing steel, and some other minerals, stones like that, and also clay, which are only used, well, you can use in pot making, which none of that I want here. I want other stone, which is a big long list of normal everyday stones that you can use for normal making of items. But the ore, iron ore, is still there because I don't have any other place to put it. So once we finish digging this out, well, I'm gonna make a stockpile here. I'm gonna make it like half the room size. And I am going to say it is for stone. So once I unpause this, hopefully, and you know what, I am going to turn off the designation there so they'll won't dig any further than that. Hopefully they'll...
Some haggard-looking migrants have arrived.
More migrants. Alright, so the thought is now that they have someplace else to put the magnetite, the iron ore, they'll move it to that new place and free up space upstairs for normal stone. But now we have to deal with these migrants. 2, 3, 4. So, pause it here. We got a stone worker. So he has both masonry and stone detailing turned on. That's very useful. He can make items while the mason / miner that we have goes about and does his own work. Next guy here is a bone carver. And well, don't really have a use for him now. We have a blacksmith. That is very good. I'm going to turn on all the blacksmithing, iron working, metal working related. I think we might have one of the previous guys was a furnace operator, but so I can set up beginnings of a metal working industry, and this guy will be able to handle all of it. We got a surgeon here. And we already have a guy. I'll just turn on everything. An herbalist. Plant gathering. I'm gonna turn on some related. You know what, I'm just gonna turn on everything. Just, it's always good to have a spare brewer, spare cook. Got a farmer, but he only has dyeing turned on, which is interesting. We always need someone to plant fields and... Oh, he also has spinning and beekeeping. So I'm going to unpause it now and hopefully not too many more. Oh, just one more. It looks like. A miner and a fisher. Well, that'll be interesting. We don't seem to have too many hostile animals here, so fishing should be relatively safe, and we could always use an extra miner, especially if he brought a pick. Yes. Ooh. These logs. Key. What is a key? Small green intelligent mountain parrot. He's enormous yet very weak. His feathers are olive, his skin is pale brown, his eyes are black. I don't really get parrot out of that icon, but apparently oh, I kind of see it now. The wings spread wide. So we have the farmer here. He went to gather plants and was interrupted by a flock of key. I'm not sure why he's afraid of some parrots. Oh, there's a big flock of key. How many? You I want. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think the falcon would definitely be after the key.
This little thing is... You won't be eating this anymore.
Oh. It looks like that we have a plant barrel here that they took out to gather the plants into, and he has stolen some.
It's mine. Dwarfs left their chest unlocked.
Yes, I know we need logs.
This little thing is mine.
Sounds like we did get some wild strawberries because a key stole one. And what that means is as soon as they're eaten, we should have seeds. Let's check on that real quick. Stocks, plants. Can I hit? Apparently we have too many plants to actually list them all out. Seeds. Oh, a pick was brought. So we now have 4 picks. That's great. Alright, let's just let this continue. Oh, there is a spot where some rocks are now instead of magnetite. Oh, you can see using the wheelbarrow. They are slowly moving the magnetite down. That's great. Alright, I am going to set up an activity zone here. There's probably much more space than I need. I'm going to say it's a hospital. I'm going to build a door at its entrance. And go back into the activity zones now. Looks like I actually need some tables. And possibly some bags. And some other things. You can see the thread, cloth, splints, crutches, powder for casts, buckets, and soap. We'll get to them shortly.
You won't be needing this anymore.
So we have a puppy now. See, the trees are changing color. Very nice. Where did those? Thinking we may need some more wood. So I'm gonna ask for these to be chopped as well. See the carpenter just going around picking trees to take care of. And some other dwarfs coming and picking up the logs. We are now 16. Beds aren't done. Cabinets are almost done. But the beds were close to done, so I am going to two, 3, 4, 5. Put 5 beds for the hospital along that wall. Got some cabinets. See the beds being installed. Looks like we have plenty of wood now. Alright, so we got 20 cabinets built. Our initial order of 8 beds are done as well, apparently. So strangely enough, it's F for cabinet. So I'm gonna put 3 cabinets in on this side. See them being installed now. Looks like we're beginning to get some coffers or chests being built. 'Cause, 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 'cause Let's install some of them in the hospital. Door, grate, cabinet, container, H. So you can install a bag or coffers here. Chose the bauxite one. I didn't want to do that. Oh well. Floor was already red, but you know, I don't actually care enough to change it at this point. We got a lot of idlers, so ooh. You can see at this point there's a lot of items just laying here on the floor because apparently we have run out of bins. Mugs, scepters, puzzle boxes. Now it's gonna taking one item at a time to the trade depot is very slow. So I am going to order more bins. I'm going to make 30 of them. And what I'm going to do is remove, repeat, cancel the inactive construct bed tasks and make the bins max priority. So that should cause the bins to be added next. Although it may require the manager to do some work in his office before that gets done. Which, oh, they're all there now. And what is that he's eating? Not entirely sure what that was. Guessing maybe some rock nuts, but let's see if we can plant anything outside here now. At least not in the winter or the fall or any other you know, I'm gonna build another build plot. You know, while I'm I don't think I had pigtails. with quarry bushes, sweet pods. Alright, I think that covers all the plants now. Will be grown at least one season. Looks like we got some bins, and dwarfs are cleaning up and putting items in the bins. That's great. Let's I got 5 beds, 3 boxes. Oh, I need some tables. 2 buckets and nothing else. Oh, why is that dwarf sleeping in the bed? It's a hospital. Let's make some tables. Um, 5 should be plenty. Actually, let's... do have some tables. Put in 2 tables. Not sure if these tables used for surgery or what. It's about time though that I think I can start working on some rooms for these. I always like to make 3 wide hallways, just because it gives you plenty of room. Gives the dwarfs plenty of room to walk past each other. And I like making these 3x3 rooms here. We'll put 5 per hallway. So basically I have these main hallways that are 3 by however long, and then I have these little offshoots that are 3x3 rooms. I have 10 of them off a single hall. Let's for now that will be that. Eventually you do need nicer rooms for administrator dwarfs, like your mayor, your book. Well, you get eventually there's like a sheriff and a few other dwarfs like that. If you create enough wealth, a duke or duchess will move in, or something to that effect. And if you really do well, eventually you'll get a king or queen moving in, and they need really nice rooms. Basically each level of administrator up needs a room that's maybe 5 times nicer than the previous one. So this is going to be 20 rooms. I only have 16 dwarfs right now, so this will be overkill. But it will be a good start. So already we got some miners down here. And eventually I'll be making a great hall on this level as well to act as the main meeting hall. I'll move the meeting hall down here and have the current dining room just be a dining room. Galena. Yeah, no more planting seeds because we're all full at the moment. And see how we've already filled a lot of this furniture area. Where are we? We're in late autumn. We should have... I didn't miss... We should have had the traders come. You would get a clear message. Let's if the traders pass you by. Just checking, yep, they're still. And just as I say that, so we got a caravan. And we have an outpost liaison. The outpost liaison is basically our representative in the main city of our civilization. So the first thing we want to do is come here to our depot, which we can now use. We want to move the goods we want to trade to it. Now we want to get more food, so we don't want to trade any of our plants. Oh, look at that, we did get some eggs. We don't want to trade any of our drinks. In fact, that's something I should be looking at, is we probably do want drinks to brew more alcohol. Stone is heavy and not that valuable, because so besides how much you can trade for, you actually have to worry about weight. Their carts can only carry a certain amount of weight, but goods are well ready-made for trading. They are relatively valuable, especially ones that are masterpiece quality. And they're light. So I chose these bins. Basically, when I choose crafts here, it's showing that these are the bins that have crafts in them. When I choose toys, these are the bins that have toys, and all of them are the same ones that already have crafts, so they'll get moved. Instruments. We could trade a wheelbarrow, but it probably won't do us any real... We could trade... Ooh, we have a... I'll say view. So you see this is estimated at 120 value. Description. It's a masterful ashen cage. Yeah, so things that are master quality are actually record who created them. This is superior quality, but it's not really... And see, it's only 40. Now this is... The value is all estimated off of your broker's appraisal skill, and I think our broker only has a amateur appraisal skill, so it won't... What the broker thinks things are worth and what the trader thinks they are worth are not the same. So we'll have to plan a trade where the trader thinks they're getting more than what they're giving away in terms of worth. but we aren't getting that bad of a deal. But really, at this point, I could trade all these crafts away, and as long as I get what I need, that will be great. What we do want is food, some seeds, definitely some rope or chain for those traction benches, and for securing a dog to our entrance. So this is what I'm going to be trading. I don't think we need anything else. I don't really think they'll take anything else, really. Our training weapon, we have a few weapons, but under all, you can see everything is sorted by distance, but we don't have to go that far. So I am going to exit this. You can see one of the options here is calling on mandates. Once you do get a mayor, they can say, "Oh, I don't want you trading any leather objects." So hitting M would automatically remove them from the list. So I'm going to unpause it now, and our dwarfs should start taking the items. Here they come in their carts. See, they're pulled by, well, the one looks like horses and the other looks like yaks or something. And they do have a security detail as well. So our dwarfs should start bringing the bins. So the merchants have arrived, beginning to unload their items. See, our dwarfs are bringing out the bins. And in just a moment here, all the bins will have been brought out. I can actually use Q. And if I go back down. Alright, looks like we got 2 new bins. And I'll just have them grabbed as well. But at this point, I'm going to say, press R here, and saying that a trader's requested at the depot. So that will make our dwarf let's see. Not sure if that's the manager. It's the broker. I'll make Latast come to the... Oh, yeah, see, he's actually storing an item in the depot, and he can access he's storing an item in the hospital. He can access the depot, so he should be here shortly after his next job is completed. If I hit C... So this is him. He looks like a farmer, but he is now coming to the depot to trade. Alright, he's at the depot. I can pause it. And I can now hit T to trade. So basically you have 2 screens here. Everything on the left is what the traders have, and everything on the right is what you have. So there's the items, and then the first number, I believe, is the cost as your broker sees it, and then the next number is the weight. So you want to give them items worth more that weigh less. So first, let's look through their list of stuff. platinum, pewter, electrum. These are all metal bars. You can see pewter that's a lead, so it's relatively cheap. Platinum is obviously very expensive. Electrum, I think, is a mixture of gold and silver, or maybe it's gold and platinum. Lignite is actually a type of coal, but I don't know what you would want it in block form for. Having some glass is actually useful. These are pieces of wood, and wood is cheap. So I'm gonna take some wood. What is this? It's a rope. So these are clothes. The items are kind of, there's this particular order. I don't think we really need clothes right now. Harp. We don't need instruments. We are actually making instruments. Steel toy hammer. Cow cage. So we can turkey hen. These are caged animals that you can make pets, or let's see. Stray dog, tame. I think that's a female dog based on the icon. I think this is a male cat, female dog, female llama, hen, another dog, duck. Now we got barrels of things, and I've heard that these blood barrels are actually good for trading, but let's take some wine and beer. We should have enough wood that we don't need just empty barrels. Rum. Now this is this palm barrel. Hit description. It's a well-crafted barrel, and it's encircled with bands of opal, cut green zircons, and rings of amber opal. So you can see the kind of outside, the little angle brackets are, well, it looks like a little brick texture, but it's highly decorated barrel. We have no use for an artistic barrel. Weapons. For 10, I'll take a bucket. The warhammer. That's cheap enough. And a copper crossbow. Anything with training I don't really want. Because generally it's made of wood and it doesn't really damage anything. Another copper crossbow. Decorated pick. Leather armor. Yeah, that's cheap enough. I'll take those. Don't need boots or anything at this point. You know, I'll take the bronze cap. It's cheap enough. So we'll be able to outfit maybe one guy in armor and two with crossbows. Alright, bags. I'm gonna take a few bags. Cave wheat seeds. That's a pigtail fiber bag. Pigtail seed bag. That would be useful. I'll take one yellow, 2 yellow sand bags. I'll take a rock nuts bag. Gypsum plaster. The hospital will need that. I'll take 105. Cheaper. Cloth. 192. So I'm taking one bin of leather, and I'm gonna take a bin of cloth items, or pre-made cloth. Do I see anything betting that if they don't like our initial offer, they'll ask for all the masterpiece items? Yeah, so here, now we're thinking that the trader will have a profit of 351. The trader may not see it that way. Ooh. Yeah, if once you do select the bin, you don't want to select anything that was in it. What's in it is indented by one, because that will basically unselect the bin. What is that? That's exceptional. Of the kingdom that these traders. What that does get you, supposedly it gets you favors. I've never really played around with that. I'm just gonna hit T here for trade, and he seems pleased with the trading, apparently because maybe our estimation of the value of everything was pretty close to being right.